Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to the second online English lesson. This lesson is meant for those in the fifth and sixth grades. And so let's jump right into it. When you guys were on campus, the topic we were handling right before you left were parts of speech and capitalization of letters. And so I decided that if we're going to do an online lesson, we'll continue from that. We'll stay on that and then move on to subsequent topics. And so what this particular lesson is going to be is like a recap of what we did before you guys left. That's those in the fifth and sixth grades. So let's jump straight into it. Okay, so this lesson is basically going to teach you when to capitalize a letter. Basically that. When to capitalize a letter. When you're writing a sentence, when you're anything, you should know when to capitalize, which letters deserve capitals, which letters are supposed to be capitalized, and which letters are not supposed to be capitalized in any kind of sentence whatsoever. So let's jump straight into it. I have a little text here that we're going to start with. So the names of people begin with capital letters. Alright, if you're writing the name of anybody, let's just take it the way it is. Whichever name you are, Crystal, if I'm writing my name, I have to write it has to begin with a capital C. If you're writing Michael, it has to begin with a capital M. You're writing Sophia, it should start with a capital S. Whatever name, let's just start as basically as that. The names of people begin with capital letters. So a name. Okay, so let's move on. Another thing that also begins with a capital letter is the pronoun I. If you're writing a sentence, a very simple sentence like I went to the market, let me get this bullet off and then give you a quick example. I went to the market. It would be incorrect to write the sentence like that with a small I, as in I went to the market. Not because it is even starting the sentence, but if you are writing the pronoun I, as in I did this, or I stole a book from the cupboard, or I threw the book somewhere, as long as it's in the sentence, it is supposed to be written with a capital letter. Whether it begins the sentence, whatever, it is supposed to be written with a capital letter. So let's get that straight. First thing is a name of people. The names, I keep saying names of people begin with capital letters. Name of anybody. Forget even titles. Just take it as the name in itself. Your name, whoever, any name must begin with a capital letter. You cannot write a name of a human being when the first letter is not capitalized. That is wrong. So names of people begin with capital letters. The pronoun I must begin with a capital letter, or it's supposed to be written as a capital letter. Alright, let's move on. So I have an example over here. This sentence says, let me make it a little big for all of you to look at. This sentence here says, the librarian helped Tracy, let's take it casually. The librarian helped Tracy find a book about Rebecca Akufo-Addo. Now there are two names over here. Rebecca Akufo-Addo. It's a whole name. Even though it's three names, it's a whole name. It's one name of a person, even though it has three different names, the first name and the surname. And then we have Tracy. Alright, and these are names of people. This is a typical sentence that has been written and the names are not capitalized. So the correct version is right here. The librarian over here. Let me make that big again so that you can all see that. The librarian helped Tracy. So you can see Tracy, the name over here, has the first letter of the name has been capitalized. You see, capitalize the name. Alright, we're not saying that if you're writing, say this one name, maybe Celestina went to the store. If Celestina happens to be in the middle of the sentence, whether it's in the middle, it's at the end, it's at the almost end, the bottom, the beginning, wherever the name is in a sentence, the first letter has to be a capital letter. So that's why we have the correct version here. So take your time and look at the wrong one and the correct one and understand where the correction has been made. Librarian here is not the name of a person. It is a person, but it's not the name of a person. Alright. Meanwhile, the name of the person is here, Tracy. Another name of person is here, Rebecca Kufuado. Another name of person has been corrected over here. So as long as you're writing a name of a person, wherever it is in a sentence, sorry that my camera is popping, wherever it is in a sentence, whether it is it is in the middle of the sentence, at the beginning of the sentence, as long as it is the name of someone, it is an identifiable name of a human being, it has to start, the first letter, sorry, has to start with a capital letter. All right, let's move on. So I have a couple of try sentences here. Now we're going to actively use the mails. So when I send these try sentences or test sentences, or any test work, basically what you're supposed to do is do them and then send them to me via email, but we'll come to that later. Let's just look at these couple of sentences I've written over here. So the first sentence here is, I learned that Kwame Nkrumah was the first president. That's our first sentence. Basically, you're going to correct these 4 sentences. I want to take my time and go through them just one by one. So even if you do not read them, you'll be able to identify what is wrong with them and which ones are supposed to be capitalized. All right. So the second sentence is, Michael and Amora are doing a project about Jerry John Rawlings. Third sentence, Celestine and I are studying about John Gofor. Fourth sentence, many people admire Ya Asante's courage. You take a look at all these sentences. Basically, your job here is to identify the names and capitalize the first letters. That's basically what you're going to do, or identify anything that's supposed to be capitalized. So far what we've done, we've learned that the names of people must begin with the capital letter. That means the first letter that begins the name or that starts the name is supposed to be capitalized. We've also learned at the beginning over here that the pronoun I is also written with the capital letter. So if you look at these try sentences, identify it. This is something very simple. I'm sure you're all capable of doing it. Just identify what's supposed to be capitalized and then make the correction. All right, let's move on. All right, so this lesson is basically on capitalization, so I just want us to stay on that level. No matter what it seems like, this lesson is about capitalization, so let's not stray. Okay, let's move on. So these try sentences, you're going to do them, but like I said, we'll get to it later. Your task right now is to identify what you're supposed to capitalize. All right, let's move on to this next section. A proper noun names a special person, place, or a thing. A proper noun names a special person, place, or thing. So you capitalize the first letter in each word of a proper noun. I'm going to read it again a lot slower so that it sinks in. Don't think you've understood it. When you're reading something or you're listening to something, absorb it. Take your time and listen. Take your time and understand. Take your time and let it fill you. Make sure everything you hear, you're understanding it. If you don't understand it fully, you can always message and we'll correct it or we'll explain further. I'm going to read this section once again. A proper noun names a special person, place, or thing. Capitalize the first letter in each word of a proper noun. So we have some examples over here. Accra Zoo, alright, it's a name of a special place. Now let me explain this very simple for you to understand. Excuse me. A zoo is a place. A zoo is a place where animals are kept for safety, for protection, and for tourist attraction. Alright, zoo. There are plenty. There are zoos in Ghana. There's a zoo in Accra. There's a zoo in I think Kumasi. I'm not very sure. I think Kumasi. At least Kumasi Zoo. I think yes. I think there are others, but the ones I know are the Accra Zoo and the Kumasi Zoo. Now there are zoos all over the world. Let's just forget about Ghana. Let's just take the entire world. There are zoos all over the world. A zoo, somewhere we all know, it's a place where animals are kept for protection and safety and tourist attractions. Now, when we say a proper noun, something that names a special place. If something is deemed special, that means we want to identify it. All right, so as there are zoos everywhere, we want to identify a particular zoo in Accra. Please stay with me. Please stay with this explanation. I'm begging you, because this thing confuses a lot of people and I don't understand why. So I'm trying to break it down as simple as possible so you can all so you can all understand it very well. I hope you can all still see me. A proper noun names a special person, a special place, or a thing. A place is a zoo. A place is a town whatsoever. It's also a place, but to identify it is to make it special. So to identify a particular zoo is to give it a name, to make that zoo identifiable for everyone to know that, oh, we're talking about the zoo in Accra. We call it the Accra Zoo, so it's a special place. So if we're talking about the Accra Zoo is not just anything. It is a proper noun because it is a place and it has a special name. It is a special place. Please understand this. So when we say a proper noun, we're talking about not just any place, a place that is identified, a place that has been given a special name, so everybody can identify, everyone can attach that name to that place. Like I said, there are zoos all over the world, but if we're talking about a particular zoo in Ghana, all right, in Accra, we're talking about the Accra Zoo. It's a specific place, it's a special place. Understand this. If you still do not get this, you can always email me, but I really hope that you were staying with everything I was breaking down and you can understand what I mean when we say a proper noun identifies a special place. There are places all over, but for something to be special, we have to identify, we have to give it a name. So the examples which are over here are Accra Zoo. If you're writing a sentence, all right, forgive the one, please. Writing a sentence, all right, sentence is Accra Zoo, just like that. Because it is a proper noun, it has to be capitalized. Now, we capitalize the first letter in each word. We capitalize. I'm taking this as slowly as possible because I want to make sure that wherever you are understanding this, because it's very, very important. A lot of people, adults, even make this mistake, and it's very elementary. It's a very simple thing, and I'm sure you all get it. So please, but do not take it for granted. Oh, people take it for granted like they're writing something in newspaper. Even in newspapers, I've seen this mistake several times, you know. So it's very important that we get this. Yes, so we capitalize the first letter in each word. Now there are two words over here. Accra Zoo. No, let's forget the this is the incorrect version. Let's talk about the correct version. Accra Zoo. Alright, so over here the first letter, Accra, in A in Accra, has been capitalized. Zoo over here also has been capitalized because the whole special name is Accra Zoo, not just Accra and not just zoo. The name of the place that makes it special is Accra Zoo. So it has to be both the first letters in both words have been capitalized. Please understand. A lot of people think when you're writing something like this, you can simply write maybe Accra and then zoo is not capitalized. But since it is the name of the place is not just Accra. Accra is the whole city. Talking about a zoo in Accra, it is the name of the place. The two words are the names. Sorry, the two words is the name of that place. So please understand it. All right, let me clean this. Let's move on. We have another one over here. That is Cape Coast. Cape Coast over here has been written with both small letters, but Cape Coast is the capital of the central region, and Cape Coast is a proper noun. So you can see that the correct version is over here, and C in Cape has been capitalized and C in Coast has also been capitalized. So get it straight. All right, we capitalize the first letter in each word. I'm going to give you a lot of examples, but let's just deal with these two. Now with this side, we're dealing with special person or a place, a special place or a thing. So I wrote a little postcard. Postcard is normally these things that when you travel in several places, it's a so that you can write to other people in other cities. It is like a little, it looks like a letter, right? It's these little cards, and they have designs of places, so you can write letters to people in other cities. It's done all over the world. When you have friends, if your friends are abroad, you normally write postcards. All right, so I designed a little fake postcard, all right, with a letter, and your job is to take this postcard and, you know, correct it, because I've written it and most of the things in it are incorrect, and they tally with what we've been doing over here about names of people, pronoun, and then and then names of proper nouns, basically special people, special places, or special things. So let me just open. Okay, so this is our postcard. All right. Sorry, I won't do it doesn't, it's a fake postcard, alright, doesn't exist, but I've written a little postcard. So this postcard is about Juanita, alright. I hope you are safe wherever you are, and Tracy, alright. Juanita writes a letter to her friend Tracy. So this is the letter. Dear Tracy, my family and I are in Central Region. We have been to Kakum National Park, Cape Coast Castle, and somewhere that looks like Labadi Beach. I've forgotten the name. Tomorrow we're going to visit the Omina Castle. I really wish you were here. Your friend, Juanita. Basically, a postcard normally looks like this. You can see this little picture thing over here. I'm sorry, it's fake, so I have to do what I could do. But basically, it has like a picture of wherever you are, and then you can write. It's not like an email or a letter. It's just something, just a short note you can write to a friend or a family member somewhere. So this is a little fake postcard I designed. Alright, but Juanita writing a letter to her friend Tracy. She's telling Tracy that we're in Central Region and I've been to this place and this place and this place and this place, and we're going to visit this place tomorrow. I really wish we were here. Very simple postcard, alright? Now, if you are studying this postcard, there are so many errors in it. All you have to do is identify the errors and correct them. So you're not going to take this. All you have to do is just rewrite what has been written over here. Just correct the errors. Basically, that's all you're supposed to do. So I'm not going to tell you what to do. What we've been doing from the beginning alone should be telling you where we are going. We've been dealing with capitalization of letters. So dear Tracy, my family and I are in Central Region. We have been to, I'm just like taking it again so that you can take your time and spot the errors, because there are a lot of errors. So a lot of things that are supposed to be capitalized have not been capitalized. Basically, that's all you're going to do. This is not a spelling error thing. It's not spelling errors. It's nothing else. All you're going to do is correct the errors concerning capitalization of letters. That's it. That's all you're supposed to do. So dear Tracy, my family and I are in Central Region. We have been to Kakum National Park, Cape Coast Castle, and somewhere that looks like Labadi Beach. I've forgotten the name. Tomorrow we are going to visit the Elmina Castle. I really wish you were here. Your friend Juanita. Very simple. All you're supposed to do is rewrite this postcard for me. Make sure that the errors concerning capitalization, it's not underlining, it's not spelling errors, it's just capitalization. All you should concern yourself with is capitalization. That's all. Alright, let's move on. So the next thing we're going to look at, next section of capitalization we're going to look at is, okay, there we go. So another thing we capitalize, oh my goodness, my mouse. I always have a problem with my mouse. Thank you. Next thing we're going to look at is this section over here. I have these little names for them. Alright, so let's go. Capitalize the first letter in the months of the year, days of the week, titles of respect, and abbreviations of titles of respect. Don't get confused yet. It's very easy. Alright, I'm going to take it again. Capitalize the first letter in the months of the year, days of the week, titles of respect, and abbreviations of titles of respect. Now, it's very easy. Don't get confused at all. Now, you all know what months of the year: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Months of the year. We're saying if you are writing these months of the year in any sentence, in an essay, in a paragraph, whatever it is, capitalize the first letter. Excuse me. Whatever it is, capitalize the first letter. Right? In January, capitalize the first letter. February, capitalize F. March, capitalize M. April, capitalize A. May, and it goes on and on and on. If you're writing any month of the year any month, in any sentence, any essay, paragraph, whatever it is. excuse me. Capitalize the first letter. Same as days of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you're writing the days of the week in any sentence, same rule applies to the first one. In any sentence, any paragraph, whatever it is, capitalize. Capitalize the first letter. If you're writing Sunday, S in Sunday is supposed to be capitalized. You're writing Wednesday, W in Wednesday is supposed to be capitalized. You're writing Thursday, T in Thursday is supposed to be capitalized. Please respect this. Now let's move on. Titles of respect. I know you don't know what titles of respect are, but if you know what they are, thank goodness. But I've decided to explain them over here. Titles of respect are words attached to names of people to imply respect or honor. So basically, titles of respect are Mr., Mrs., Miss, Doctor, so many, Chancellor, so many, Master. All right. There's so many. I could go on and on and on. There are so many. In fact, it's another topic I'll treat because there's so many. A lot of people do not know how long they go and when to use them. So we'll get to that one. But for now, just understand what they are. When you hear someone say maybe Mrs., Mrs. is for married woman. All right. We have Miss, we have Mr., we have Master. We have so many of them. But I just want you to know what they are. Basically, when you hear them, you should know that this is a title of respect. That's what we give. That's a name for those things we attach to people's names. All right, and that will imply respect, because you can't just if you meet a lady who was married, you cannot call them just by their name. You have to attach Mrs. because they are married. So we'll get into that's another topic for another day. But for now, I just want you to know what titles of respect are: Doctor, Chancellor, Reverend, His Excellency. There are so many, but we'll get to that. For now, just know what titles of respect are. They are just these words that we attach to other names of people to imply respect, to imply honor, to give them some form of respect. Now, there are abbreviations of titles of respect. So let's come down over here. The title of respect is Doctor. Now, the abbreviation of Doctor is Dr. Dot over here. I really hope you're watching. So I get distracted by the camera. So yes, okay, this is where we are. So a title of respect is like Doctor Osu, just for want of word. Doctor. You can either write the full Doctor DOCTOR or Dr. Dot. But the important part of all of this is when you are writing it, capitalize the first letter. Please do not forget this. A lot of people do not respect this, and it's very, very bad. So you really need to know this. All of this is just so you can remember. Capitalize the first letter. We're not saying if you're writing Dr. Sorry, I'm out of names. Dr. Michael, alright? That's just a name like that. Dr. Michael. We're not saying write doctor and make it capital DOCTOR. No. Alright? Just the first letter in doctor is supposed to be capitalized. Now, what it's saying here is when you're writing a title of respect like doctor, capitalize the first letter. D. When you're writing the abbreviation, that's what I've written over here. Examples of these titles of respect are doctor. The abbreviation of doctor is DR over here. If you're writing DR as in the short form of doctor, you're also supposed to capitalize D. You're supposed to capitalize D. I have another one here, Mrs. Alright. We have the Mrs. over here, and we have the more popular abbreviation MRS. Sorry, there's supposed to be a dot over here. I forgot to put that over here. MRS, which is more popular. People respect that more than Mrs. itself. So the title of respect here is Mrs. You can also write the abbreviation of the short form, which is MRS. However, if you are writing it, please make sure the first letter is capitalized. You have to stick with this. This is very important. All right. So what we are basically studying about months or year, days of the week, title of respect, we have it over here. All right. January over here has been written with a small J. However, we just learned here that when you're writing months of the year, wherever in any sentence, whether, like I said, all these rules is regardless of whether it's at the beginning of the sentence, the end of the sentence, the middle of the sentence. No one cares. At the end of the day, if you are writing it, just make sure the first letter get it straight. The first letter starts with it's a capital letter. The first letter is a capital letter. So we have January over here. Correct version here is January. We have Dr. Jones. Sorry. Correct version, Dr. Jones. Tuesday, which is a day of the week, has been written Tuesday. Mrs. Clark has been corrected here. You see, this is the abbreviation for Mrs. Clark. Mrs. Clark. And the correct version here, the first letter of Mrs. is supposed to be capitalized. Whether it's at the beginning of the sentence, the middle of the sentence, the end of the sentence, you cannot ignore this. You can't. Alright, let's move on. So I have a little story over here. We're going to read it and then you're going to rewrite the story correctly. Alright? My baby brother, Nicholas, was born on Sunday, September 8th, 2002. On Saturday, my mom went to see Dr. Nelson at the hospital. Our neighbors, Mr. and Mrs. Owusu, let me sleep over at their house. My mom and Nicholas came home on Monday. Very, very simple. This is a very short story. Let me make it a little large. I want to make sure you can. Oh, I made it smaller. Yeah, that's okay. My baby brother Nicholas was born on Sunday, September 8th, 2002. On Saturday, my mom went to see Dr. Nelson at the hospital. Our neighbors, Mr. and Mrs. Owusu, let me sleep over at their house. My mom and Nicholas came home on Monday. If you're going to rewrite the story, we are correcting the errors. However, it's only errors concerning capitalization. No spelling errors. Don't come and concern yourself with underline this, underline that. Forget all that. Put that to the side. Right now, focus here is capitalization. Focus on that and that alone. My baby brother Nicholas was born on Sunday, so everything we've been doing over here, month of the year, days of the week, titles of respect, abbreviations of titles of respect. So take a good look at this little story over here and rewrite it. Make sure it is the correct version. Alright, so I'm going to go up. I'm going to take everything that we've said, everything that's supposed to be done right. The names of people begin in a capital letter, whichever name it is. Your name, your mom's name, whichever it is. If you're writing the person's name, just the name, forget the title of respect, just the name. Any name. Alright, Mame, any name, Kojo, whatever name it is, Michael, George, John, Sally, whatever name it is, make sure the first letter is capital. The pronoun I must be written as a capital letter. This one must begin. We're talking about just the letter. Just the pronoun I must be a capital letter. We've also learned names, proper nouns, names of special people, special places, or special things are supposed to be capitalized. The first letters are supposed to be capitalized. First letters. I'm just doing a recap of everything that we've said which is supposed to be capitalized. We've also learned that the first letters in months of the year, first letters in days of the week, titles of respect, which we just did, abbreviations of titles of respect, which we just did, are supposed to be capitalized. Basically, that's all this lesson is about. Like I said in the previous lesson, for those in the 3rd and 4th grade, this lesson is a video. You can save it, you can go back and play it. Make sure you understand everything. Make sure you take it back. You can play it back. If you didn't hear something right, you can go back, play it, listen, make sure you understand it. This is not just a video, this is how we are studying. So please take it seriously and do not fool around with this. Everything that which has been put here that is supposed to try out, make sure you do it. We'll be contacting your parents so we can establish all of that. But for that, don't worry, let's just put that aside. For now, take your time and understand it. Alright? This is basically all this lesson is about. It's just about capitalization. I'll see you in the next lesson. So please do the assignments. Stay safe as usual. Stay safe. Protect yourselves and see you on the next lesson. All right, stay safe. Bye.